the passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on the #1 team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will get the first possession of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Well, that looked like it was going to be the completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the tailback. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly complete. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Sooners are in the hurry-up.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Rams him with the stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And you had all day to stew on it, get excited, and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
Caught in the backfield. It's McAfee. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time, right? We got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll return it from around the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spreads you out.
Unleashes one deep. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and slow.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Kentucky right back to the line.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use it.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum.
And they got him for the sack.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
He's out past the 35. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
This one's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make the decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And now on second down for this offense. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job playing assignment football by that defensive end. Knowing what my job is, not letting that quarterback get out, get loose, making a good play, and most importantly, being there in the right spot and getting him on the ground.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner. Got to speed, got to complete games, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
He wants to throw it. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. On second down, just keeps firing. Makes the grab over the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Kentucky going quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dances away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass is intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43. Line gets set. First down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard.
And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
He'll pull it on the read. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Now on second down after the good first down run. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Off the play fake. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. Clock ticks down, under 4 minutes to go in the half.
I love the play call there, too, because second and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Kentucky right back to the line. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. They're setting up the screen.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the...
He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners! And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100-touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
Here comes the offense on first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He finds his man.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Wants to throw on second down. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Wildcats will have a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
They'll ride the hot hand.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Gonna run it. It's McAfee. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
It's complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And as a defense, that's why you want to avoid third and short moving forward. It's really hard to defend that slant. That's a bang-bang play the offense knows they can execute in their sleep. Defense will have to do better early in the drive moving forward.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Dances away from the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground, get what you can get, and live to play another day.
Kentucky trying to get a little scratch in the red zone. On second down, he's looking downfield. That's caught. It's Montgomery. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Play number 10 on this series. They'll throw it on first down. Moving away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Dances away to buy time. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got his man quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to East Carolina.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Sexton. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Oklahoma! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far.
And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line, creating some space and getting the first down.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for him.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Unloads to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Now on 2nd and short.
29 Philly.
The play action fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
On 3rd down, going up top. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. Just go way, way behind. Grab behind the line. It's Sexton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown Sooner. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive in the 3rd quarter, march it down the field and score. There's no end in sight to these.
desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. It's 1st down from the 11.
Come on, set.
He wants to throw. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot toward the end zone, and that pass intercepted. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the... And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He's moving out of the pocket. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And he's got it inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. And he get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw. To the end zone, and is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the tight end. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38. Looking at a 2nd and short now. From the gun. They're trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A 3rd and long coming up here.
Here we go.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's running in the open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Alert! Here we go, set!
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more...
Throw to the end zone, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception.
He lost one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False. Start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the setback, the offense gets set for a 1st and 15.
Come on, set.
He'll set up to throw. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses the 30. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Tosses it incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
He'll just keep slinging it. Got his man. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it out quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Wants to go up top. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to barge in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Western Michigan is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is not a given. They're up by 8 over Ball State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Throws to the wideout. It's caught.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Snaps it in the shotgun. He's got his man. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that were...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and hit. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Kentucky! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And despite this point being relatively meaningless, I suppose it could carry value for some. And the kicker's probably happy to score a point, but the team didn't score enough as this one is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse